In this video, we are going to study one simple example of applying Euclid's division lemma in order to find HCF of two numbers. So what we do is, we will try to do it a little faster way, and will not write all the steps that we wrote previously. Alright. So what does Euclid's division lemma says? You express one number in terms of other. If the remainder turns out to be 0, then the divisor itself is the HCF. Otherwise, you take the remainder and the previous divisor and you express the divisor in terms of new remainder. So you go on doing this one until the remainder becomes 0. Once the remainder becomes 0, the previous divisor itself is the HCF. Alright. So let's do the same thing, but we will not write all the steps. But in exam, you are supposed to write the steps. So let's see this one. 25 and 10. We'll express 25 in terms of 10. So we'll write it like this. So 25 you divide by 10. So 10 2s are 20 and 5 remain. Since the remainder is not 0, again we are supposed to express 10 in terms of 5, the previous divisor and the current remainder. So in exam, what are you supposed to write? You are supposed to write this one. So first step is 25 can now be written as 10 into 2 plus 5. Alright. So now again we are supposed to express 10 in terms of 5. So instead of dividing again 10 divided by 5, look at this one. What I will do, I will just write 10 here, simple. We will write it like this, 5 10 divided by 5. So 5 2s are 10, now the remainder is 0. So now we express 10 in terms of 5 as 10 can now be written as 5 into 2 plus 0. So these are the two steps you are supposed to write in exam. Alright, since now the remainder becomes, since the remainder now became 0, then the HCF of two numbers is 5. The divisor itself is the HCF. So therefore, HCF of 25 comma 10 is 5. Very simple. If this did not turn out to 0, then what would you do? You get this 5 again below, you again divide. So go on doing until the remainder becomes 0. So this is one way of doing. I'll show you another method called as table method. Okay, this is division method, table method. Same thing, but the picture looks a little different. Alright, so what we do is we write 25 and 10 side by side. Alright, so whichever is lesser, you start with that. Alright, so since 10 is lesser than 25, we'll start with 10. So 10 2s are 20. We write it here. So quotient here and the remainder here. So 10 2s are 20. Now what remained here? Remainder is 5. Now if you see, now we have to express 10 in terms of 5. So now 5, again you write quotient here and the product here. So 5 2s are 10 and the remainder became 0. The final divisor itself is the HCF. So the HCF again here is 5. Once, don't worry if you don't understand this one. Once we do a little bigger problems involving 2-3 steps, then you will understand how to do it easily. But these are the steps you are expected to write in the exam, and finally HCF is 5. I hope you understood this one. In the next videos again we will solve few more examples on finding HCF. We'll do both the methods for now, and finally you can follow whichever method is suitable for you.